Now a good-sized mech force is out for Notice. 3 tanks and about 8-9 Goliaths. And 5th hatchery going down for players' names. Wow, it's late at night now. It's about 3:15, so my brain's about fried, and if I forget players' names or mix them up, well, that's my excuse. But at any rate, Shinecal, that's it, has, and now I forgot what I was going to say about him, but he's going to clean up that Vulture harass. The Vulture does take down 2 drones, so a little bit of damage there, but well, we'll see. Those Overlords are getting some good scouting information, so Vulture harass is going to be pretty difficult. Shinecal's been doing a good job of defending. Oh, it looks like tanks are sieging up there inside the factories. Maybe he's expecting a drop to come in. Yeah, it looks like he must be expecting a drop. Mines all over the place there. He's going to put down turrets too to force units to drop out early and take those mine hits and fire from the siege tanks. Lurkers now out too for Shinecal. So, and a whole bunch of Mutalisks. So Shinecal is basically throwing the kitchen sink at Notice, just going for every possible piece of Zerg tech at the lair tech level, and we'll see how aggressive he's able to be. He's now moving in to snipe a turret, but taking a lot of fire from those Goliaths, so he's going to have to back off with those Mutas. This is not necessarily a great map for me to harass. It's a little bit better than natural than the main, but lots of places for the Terran player to put up defenses, and pretty easy maneuverability for the Goliaths. Lots of room inside the main. Mine taking out a couple of Hydralisks, so with those speedy Overlords, you ought to be able to just fly around the map and find those mines and pick them off. Could lose a couple more to that mine that the Korean observer's pointing out now. But no, the Hydras do pick it off. Now Vulture's heading up, and there's a 4th base going down for Shinecal, so the Vultures probably will spot that out. We'll see if they go in that direction. But Shinecal is going to take a significant economic lead if that base does go down. Something going down there, it looks like it's a starport for Notice. So Notice not ready to claim a 3rd base yet, it doesn't look like. But he'll need to do it relatively soon. He may bust through those temples behind his main, which, well, at least it gives him better positioning to set up defenses for that 3rd base at the 8 o'clock position or so. Both players just macroing now, not a lot of aggression from either player. And that's the sort of mid-game that these mech builds often lead to. Now, finally, critical mass of Goliaths, at least Notice thinks he has one. Oh, and he's going to actually, he has built a command center. He's going to push out and try to take a 3rd base. We'll see if he's aggressive with this army at all, or if he just sets up to defend his 2nd expansion. Pushing up to that bridge there, and that's a very easy point for a Terran mech army to hold. But anyhow, this is good timing from Notice. The Terran player has to be careful not to let the Zerg player expand all over the map when they go for this mech build. That's what the Zerg player's natural response is going to be, because it takes a while for a Terran player to get this size force up, but by now Notice really does have a large mechanized force out on the ground. He has probably 3 control groups of Goliaths, about a control group of tanks, maybe a little bit less. And attacking across this bridge, I don't know that Shinecal is going to be able to be very effective. Lots of Mutas going in, lots of Hydras too, but the Mutas are targeting the tanks, so very good job by Shinecal, very good tactical move there, and it looks like Shinecal is actually going to win this battle. A huge mechanized army being taken down by very good Hydra and Muta play. That's a combination that we don't see all that often, Hydras and Mutas working in tandem, but actually worked out really well. The Mutas were able to snipe all the tanks, and that allowed the Hydras to press across the bridge without just getting melted by tank fire. So, well played by Shinecal. Now Shinecal is a big force streaming across the map, and we'll see what Notice is able to do. Notice does have a good force of Goliaths out. We'll see if he has tanks to back that up. The tanks are going to be absolutely critical. It's also going to be critical that he doesn't allow the tanks to get sniped by Mutas again. Whole bunch of STBs being caught in transition. They're being conscripted to join this battle, and they're going to push back the Hydras for the moment. Not too many STBs lost. So, Notice is going to try to re-establish defense this defensive position here, sniping an Overlord with those Goliaths, and he has 2 or 3 tanks, just 2 tanks, right now in position here. Now it looks like a force of Shinecals is going to go for an end around, and maybe try to come in into the secondary through that main entrance to the north of the natural. But we'll see. It might also go for a drop there. I think there are a couple Overlords with it. Yeah, it is going to go for a drop, loading up 4 Overlords. There's still those mines there, but there are no forces behind it, so I don't think Shinecal's going to drop on those mines. And it looks like this drop might do a good amount of damage. Most of Notice's forces are out of position. A couple tanks popping out of the factories, and he's immediately calling them back. He's going to try to siege them in the background. Lurkers going down. If these factories go down, that's going to be huge trouble for Notice. Notice has already lost 1 tank. If he loses another, he'll be in big trouble. He's bringing back some lighter units. Okay, he does have a couple of tanks here. He is going to be able to clean up these Hydralisks, but not before that armory goes down. So he may have lost a lot of upgrade time there. I don't know for sure, but he is going to clean up the Hydras. So not an overwhelmingly successful drop for Shinecal, but probably reasonably successful on balance. Slowing down those Terran mech upgrades is very, very important. Oh, but meanwhile, Notice has taken a 4th base. At the same time, though, he's been denied his 3rd base by these 2 Lurkers that got dropped in the background. So, but if he gets this base up and mining again, 4 bases to 4 definitely favors the Terran player. Oh, no! Oh, bad job by Notice. Oh, man, that 1 Lurker now has about 15 kills, a whole control group of SCVs just being planted on 1 mineral patch and all taking the splash damage. And Notice isn't oh my god, Notice is his name has become extremely ironic at this point. Not noticing about 25 of his SCVs going down. God, live up to your name, Notice. Wow, Notice was about to have an economic advantage, and I don't think he does anymore. He lost so many SCVs there. And that's I think, a sign of inexperience. These are 2 very new players who don't have experience at this level, and even if they've played a lot of games of StarCraft in general, the stress of and the nervous tension of playing at this level can make players forget stuff that they know how to do. More SCVs going down to Lurker. Meanwhile, a big battle going down there, and it looks like Notice actually is going to be able to press in with his mech force. He took out a lot of Hydras. More Hydras are streaming down though, so if Notice is able to push into the natural, he'll maybe be able to even things back up after all that economic damage, but not enough Goliaths or Vultures to support, and these tanks are going down very quickly, and now this big Hydra force is just going to be able to mop up. So Notice's army in the field has been all but eliminated. He's got 1 tank there in the background. And Notice looking a little bit distraught. He still does have 4 bases, so he's not out of this game. Well, it looks like one of those bases at the 8 o'clock might have lifted off. I don't see a lot of green there. But now Muta's back out. Mutas are going to pick off that tank. Very effective Muta play overall by Shinecal here. Usually Mutas are just used for harassment and sometimes to sort of finish off medic marine forces in the early game. Or I guess finish off Goliath forces. But we see a really good use of them here as sort of supporting forces in the mid to late game. Going around sort of a deep strike force or something and targeting tanks in the background. At this stage, usually we wouldn't see, well, yeah, we wouldn't see more than a few Mutas out at a time. But Shinecal doing a good job of using this Muta Hydra combination, and Mines may be able to melt a few of these Hydras, but the Hydra's doing pretty well against the Mines. So a big Hydra force pushing out, now a few tanks. The tanks had a good position behind that choke, but they I guess Notice thinks that he needs to defend this 5 o'clock base, and those tanks are just going down so fast to the Hydralisks. And now, it looks like Notice GG's realizes that he's not going to be able to defend the 6 o'clock base, and that he's going to fall too far behind economically and militarily. And with that, Shinecal has taken the set for WeMade Fox. Mine took the first 3 games, and Shinecal added on a 4th to give WeMade the best of 7 victory. So good job by Shinecal. Very impressive game overall. Notice showing some of his inexperience and playing a little bit sloppy at times, but not a bad game on the whole. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the set. I'll see you in my next commentary. This has been Hamilcar. Bye bye.